Hello and welcome back to the ongoing debate about the 2012 Olympics, and today we will be talking about some of the sporting issues that are effect of this. Ronan, you're quite pro-Olympics. Given our success in Beijing, do you think that the medal tally for 2012 needs to be re-evaluated?
Well, thank you for coming to me, first of all, JP. I don't think we need to re-evaluate the medal because we exceeded expectations so much this year in the Olympics. The sporting achievements of our Team GB were absolutely amazing, and I'm very proud to be a part of that process. I think that we don't want to put too much pressure on our athletes. We're investing money, we're investing time in our athletes, and we want them to do really well. So the added pressure would not be needed, but good luck, Team GB.
Thanks very much. Inie, comment on something that Ronan has said there about the added pressure that comes from doing so well before. What are your thoughts on this?
Well, as much as I am extremely proud of the achievements of Team GB, I'm slightly off-put by the fact that we only seem to be winning in a certain section of sports. We don't seem to be having a full range of sports, and it seems that, to be perfectly honest, it's only the posh sports that we tend to be doing well in, the rowing, the cycling, things that other nations can't really afford. And not that I want to put Olympic gold medals down to monetary value, but the amount of money that we're putting into it just seems quite extraordinary for dominating the cycle events, really. Why?
Thank you, very interesting view there. Satish, someone who's formerly been on the fence about this, have you been persuaded by either of the arguments?
Well, I can tell you it's very painful sitting on the fence. I'm drawn on the one hand to the argument to my left, which is that the Olympics are a waste of time and space. And I'm not entirely sure what your position is, my dear fellow.
Well, maybe you'd like to comment on that.
I feel that the added pressure, as we exceeded expectations in Beijing, and I think that we should re-evaluate the medal count for the next.
I must say that, if you set expectations very low and then you exceed them, it's hardly a big deal, is it? I mean, it's a bit like saying, well, we'll win 50 medals out of, 50 million.
Satish, I must disagree with that. We set ourselves to be fourth in the World League of
you're
medals.
for it, are you?
Absolutely for it. And being fourth is actually a very good achievement. And we beat countries like Australia and New Zealand. We nearly beat Russia, but we were all just pipped to the last post. So it's a remarkable tally. And I really disagree with your point as well there about posh sports, I think you said. This is what the Australians said. They said we're good at indoor sports where we can usually sit down there. But we actually showed them how great Team GB can be. And actually, I'm glad that we...
I'm with you on that. I'm with you on that. I don't like the Australians either, nor the Kiwis. I'm not sure about the Chinese.
Okay, on that bombshell, we'll be moving on. You've been quite vocal in your criticism, like you say, of specific sports, doing better than others. For instance, the athletics team have received a lot of funding over, numerous years now, and in the last couple of Olympics, especially, have failed to deliver compared to the rowers or the cyclists. Maybe you'd like to evaluate on that, and do you think that that added pressure on them and they're underperforming?
JP, when you were a child, did you ever play Daley Thompson's the Daley Thompson video game?
I can't say I did, sorry.
Okay, well, I think you'll find that in the 80s, Britain was doing extremely well in athletic sports, and as much as the Olympics has grown and grown to include sports such as tennis, and even in Atlanta we had bowling, but I think the key element of the Olympics really is the track and field events, and it's quite upsetting to see that Britain seems to be relying on sort of equestrian events and cycling, and instead of the real 100 meters, I want to see a British Usain Bolt. I want to see them dancing after winning.
It's not British to be dancing like that, is it? You make the point very well. You seem to be harking back to a sort of ancient Chariots of Fire sort of mythical past.
I think you find Chariots of Fire was Oxford, but yes. But
it might have been, it may well have been. I didn't understand your point. My point is simply this. That is once upon a time. What do we care about this time? We've got nothing to do with present-day life. I mean, I'd rather watch the football or the lap dancing, to be perfectly honest with you.
Well, thanks very much for your point of view, Satish. Ronan, if I can come to you, what are your comments in relation to Inie's, pessimism, if anything?
Well, I think it's very sad that after our team did so well, you're actually being so negative about the whole sport. But I will say, Satish, just to make you feel happier, for the London 2012 Olympics, Boris Johnson has made lap dancing an Olympic sport.
I do believe that discounts are available to all Olympic athletes. Someone told me this only recently. Wasn't that true, Miss Doctor?
Okay, yeah, we're going to show it there. All right, thanks very much and come back tomorrow.